Hello?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another Legends League Counter-Strike tournament. We are well into the group stages, guys. It is heating up for these teams, but I hope you're all having a great start to your guys' weekends. I know you guys are ready for some Counter-Strike action, so I think yeah, it's going to be a good one. We are 57% of the way through this tournament. The group stages are reaching a close, so it's going to be a very interesting next couple of days for this Counter-Strike tournament. So I just want to, before we jump into those matches and the schedules, guys, just a shout out to Rebel Gaming for being the tech sponsor for this event. They've put up some amazing prizes for the winners of each the elite bracket and the intermediate bracket. So big ups to them, and yeah, check them out at rebelgaming.co.za, and yeah, we will yeah, hopefully we can bring some excitement to this grassroots esports in South Africa. So I think with that, guys, we are going to be just jumping into the first match, which is going to be Ghouligans versus Omnius Gaming. So that's going to be a pretty exciting one. Guys, these are elite bracket matches, so they're going to be very exciting and high quality Counter-Strike for you guys. And the casters for that match will be Showtime and myself, Supertramp. So we'll bring you guys that action, and then the match at 9 p.m. will be Visimus versus ZA Red Wolves. The casters for that match is going to be Zanny and myself, Supertramp, as well. With it being Friday, obviously, not all the casters can make it. There is only 2 matches today, but there is going to be Dota action tomorrow, guys, at 1 p.m. So if you guys want to catch that, just check that out. But I think Showtime, how are you doing? How's your start to your weekend going?
Well, thank you for that wonderful introduction, Superchamp. Good to be here and a pleasure for me to cast with you tonight. You're pulling a double shift, I see.
Yeah, putting in hours.
Very excited for the match tonight, and shout out to everybody out there tonight. All of our viewers, spread the love, people. Share this link as far as you can so we can get more viewers towards this beautiful tournament that we're having. We're past the halfway mark, and tonight looks to be a mouth-watering contest here streaming on Twitch.
Yeah, and speaking of tonight's matches, we actually have the maps that the teams have selected for this first match. So just to run over that with you guys, Omnius Gaming has chosen Train, which I'm excited to see, and they do have heads.
Wow.
And then Ghouligans have chosen Dust 2 with tails.
So they've gone for the conservative option there with the Dust 2. But
Yeah.
I'm hoping for the Train, Superchamp. I don't know about you.
I'm as well. I'm definitely looking forward to some Train. I've been a big advocate for the Train map. Let's do that coin toss quick and see which map they get. Alrighty, it's tails. It looks like we're in for Dust 2.
So close.
I'm alright with Dust 2. I genuinely believe Dust 2 is a good map. It's Train to me is a fun map. I think the more competitive one is probably Dust 2. I don't know if you agree with me, Showtime.
Absolutely the most played map in the game. Probably a better estimate of both sides' abilities. It's a fairer map because I guess most teams would be familiar with it, and they'd have their own well-developed plays. So
that is true.
Probably a better indicator of their skill level.
100%. I think obviously this is an elite bracket, so these are MGE and higher skill ranked players. So I do believe that they will be quite trained and practiced on both those maps, Train and Dust respectively.
Yeah, it'll be interesting in this tournament so far. You correct me if I'm wrong, Superchamp. Omnius Gaming are unbeaten.
That is correct. That is 100% correct. They are currently
And
undefeated.
has Ghouligans even had a match yet? I know they had one forfeit.
They have. If I'm not mistaken, they're undefeated as well. So this is definitely going to be an intense one. I know they did play one of the teams that had dropped at the beginning of the tournament. Obviously that was unavoidable. But yeah, this is I think Omnius Gaming are looking very good. So
they beat Red Bulls 16-5. So both teams undefeated, yet 2 wins under their belt.
Yes.
Tonight there must be a winner, Superchamp. So
there must be indeed. I think if we go to overtime, I mean, Showtime, I would almost go as far as to say you're an expert at overtime. So if it does go to overtime, I think we're in the right hands.
After the other night, you are also an expert, Superchamp. So I should be asking you.
Oh man, yeah. No, I'm after playing in overtime, I'm less a fan of overtime because the amount of pressure it puts on the teams, I think, is quite intense. From a casting and viewership side, I think it's a very good, thing that teams have to be prepared, and to cast. Like it is exciting. It creates a story, and you want those teams to be under that pressure. And I know it's not great for the teams because they need those wins. So those overtimes add that element of pressure to them.
Yeah, absolutely right. So just so you know that Superchamp and myself have both played in overtime, double overtimes actually in this tournament so far. So we know a bit about what we're talking about, and I agree with you, Superchamp. It's a very high pressure situation, but we're in a different bracket to these folks.
I think tonight's
Tonight
going
is
to
a
be
elite gaming. I think we've seen one really close match so far. It was that Adrenaline game versus
Legal Zombies, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, that was a cracker.
That was a good match. Obviously, I think in the higher brackets, in specifically this elite bracket, I think what we're talking about now is, it's. I think the teams are very well practiced in steamrolling matches in terms of building the momentum. You don't when they get a lead, they tend to execute on it like very quickly. And it's something to watch. Some of the intermediate teams, even those newer teams, they can look at them and sort of take some notes on how they execute when they because economy is such a big play in Counter Strike.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see. Like we said, a mouth-watering contest for you tonight. Two undefeated teams going up head-to-head on Dust 2.
Yes.
Sure. So we're just waiting for the players to enter the map. Am I right?
Yes. So the guys,
actually, everyone is here.
Yeah. So just an update for everyone. Everyone is on the server. Just a quick shout out to Frostbite for letting us use their servers. They're really awesome servers, guys. So yeah, big ups to them. You can check them out. You can do a Google search and you will find them. But yeah, so it's awesome to use the South African servers. Obviously big ups to them for getting involved in the local scene as well.
Oh yes, absolutely. Some of the best servers you'll ever play on. We've had such a pleasure. It's been a pleasure to play on them this far, and it's going to be knife on 3, Supertramp.
So I'm going to run the quick versus screen, and we'll jump into the action.
Some nice knives on display here. From the Ghouligans versus Omnius Gaming.
Indeed, there's some awesome knives coming up, but guys, it's Ghouligans versus Omnius Gaming. This is it. This is a big match for this group. So we'll see what pans out as they just have a bit of a standoff here. In fact, they are running around and actually pick up. It looks like a 2-for-2 trade there. Oh man,
3v1 here.
Its own shame, poor guy. And that is the knife round going to Omnius Gaming.
Let's see. I expect them to be favored terrorists. This is notoriously favored by the terrorists, this map.
Indeed, and it looks like you were... so I'm just double checking. It looks like they have decided to switch.
And Omnius Gaming is actually going to go for CT. They made some changes to this map recently, Supertramp. That B doors has changed, and
all right.
Not recently. I think just before this tournament started earlier this year. I think it does favor CT in a way a bit more. It's a bit harder to.
It looks like they're going to kick things off with a B rush. They do end up getting 2 picks. That is a good start for the Ghouligans. Let's see if they can keep it up though. The retake should be there. They do. Oh, they're trying to peek window, but it doesn't. Oh, it's trying to get the pick off as the guy runs to back of side.
Lucky to say escape with his life there, Zen Pharaonic.
Back Ninja is holding that window spot as they're trying to push through. It doesn't look like they're going to get through. Oh, but he gets the headshot and brings down Absorbs. But the trade onto Pew Pew is there, in fact.
Yes, very difficult position. Yes, you see, Ghouligans, once they have the bomb planted, it's very difficult to retake the B site. Very well played there.
Indeed.
We've got some tongue-twisted names on both sides tonight.
Yes. Oh, we do
be careful.
We'll just go with the simple abbreviated names if we can on some of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so good start for Ghouligans. I think, setting that sort of that precedent for the match, picking up that first round. Obviously, it was a pistol round, so, obviously CTs, I think it is a bit of a challenge for them with the rushes coming through onto B.
Well, it's a very expected play, first round with the pistols to rush CT because the counter-terrorist side usually doesn't have a molly to stop that rush. Well, they may buy one, but not all the time.
Also the trick is generally that you generally buy one molly sometimes, and they could rush the wrong side. Sometimes you just don't. The luck can just not be on your side.
Exactly, and they couldn't defend against that vicious rush onto B site. And once they get the bomb plant, it's very hard to retake that site.
Yeah. Speaking of vicious rushes, we're seeing some SMGs coming out from both teams, actually, Deagles, Scouts. There seems to be a bit of a trend, some slight buys in the second round. I don't want to say it's the meta, because we haven't seen it completely as a complete teams aren't permanently doing it.
Yeah, sometimes like some teams have opted for, especially if they lose the first round, as CT, they decide to save two sometimes.
Oh, we see the
But
long
we're
push
already
coming through,
underway.
and they're going to bring down Pew Pew. In fact, I think he was flashed there, so pretty good trade from them. Alrighty, we'll see what Absorbs does here. He is going to peek that long door, but they need to be careful here. Unfortunately, Showtime losing a play here makes it a bit difficult for the Terrorists to make a play here.
Yeah, they've stopped whatever they're doing now, and they're trying to consolidate their position. That means they're not going to push aside. They're going to wait for the CTs to rush them, which I don't think Omnius is going to do. So it's a bit of a standoff at the moment.
100%.
Until they make their play. And
they're making a bit of a mid play here, smoking out CT. Obviously, then they can push onto B side. They are doing the flashes over, but are they going to check their corners here? In fact, the guy is making a play on side, but he will go down, and it looks like Insanity will go down as well.
Shot by Synapse. Yeah, they went for the split take from mid and from uppers.
They're so low, but the headshot coming from back Ninja, and he actually tags Synapse as well there. Wow, the defense on the site has been very strong from the Terrorists right now.
Very strong play by Omnius, and it's Sativa and Vec Ninja to try and get the bomb down, but they're both heavily tagged, and he's planting. Sativa is planting.
Well, they're making their play, they're pushing through, they get the double kill, and that is it. They take the round. Very well executed.
Well, they made it look easy there, didn't they, Superchamp?
They did.
Just waited for the plant, they didn't panic, just clipped them off one by one, and that was it. I must
say, I don't know how Synapse was still alive there. He was on 2 HP. I think he was even on like a 3 or 4 HP and got clipped by a grenade. And he still didn't go down. But just before we jump into this round, shout out to Liquido for the gifted subs. Thanks for the support, man. Really appreciate that. But yeah, let's jump into this Showtime. So it looks like 1-1. So not a bad start from either side. Obviously a bit of a save coming from Ghouligans.
Yeah, well, they lost that round, so they've gone for upgrade pistols, P250s, and Omnius giving heavy with the scouts, 2 scouts and 3 rifles.
Yeah.
Looks like Galil's.
You don't often see the double scout though. That's something unique. I think obviously the scout is a more popular gun as you get more skillful players with it. It's not the easiest gun, but these players should be very skilled in it.
Oh, absolutely. It's usually the gun of choice for the AWPers in the beginning. Oh, what a shot there by Synapse.
We see a double
What a shot by Synapse to take down Sativa.
Yeah.
And we see they're trying to take short to A. But Devs and who else is there on side? They're looking directly at them. It's going to be tough to try and take them on directly.
Definitely. Oh, they
behind, from behind.
Vulcan gets a 3K there. Wow. Oh man. Now I see Vulcan can't get more than 2 kills a game. He just picked up 3 that round. Well done to him, and secures that round for them.
Well played to Vulcan. He saw the opportunity. He got the information from his teammates presumably, and he came up behind them. That's the problem with taking too long to try and make the play. They took too long sitting on short there. And 100%. They were outnumbered as well, Supertramp, so that adds to the issues for them.
Look, they were forced into that play, losing 2 frags very early on into the round. So I understand why that situation happened. It is just unfortunate the way that Ghouligans were unable to get too many return frags.
I see a full buy here from Ghouligans, full AKs for each member. Oh, Devs gets Pew Pew.
Alrighty.
The momentum is clearly with Omnius at the moment from those 2 back-to-back rounds. And we see that Ghouligans are trying to make a play mid here. They're camping lowers and the bottom of mid, trying to get a few frags. But Omnius Gaming are not giving away much here.
Yeah, very
They're defending their position very well.
Oh, they're going to peek mid, but I don't think they got the flash off, and it looks like they will get Sativa there. Was tagged up by Pew Pew, who threw the nade into his teammate, which was very unfortunate. Oh, and the headshot coming through.
Synapse.
Man, he was waiting for that. Had the perfect angle there and took him out. The flash is coming through on mid. Can they bring down the mid scout? It looks like they won't be able to, as Devs brings down back Ninja. In fact, he gets the headshot on Dankenstein. And wow, what a round.
See the scouts are doing their work.
There.
The scouts are doing their work, Supertramp. These guys are so accurate and so skillful with that gun.
Yeah,
And
Showtime, do you
they
think
haven't even bought orbs yet,
Yeah.
so they're still carrying those guns from the second round.
100%. Do you think they will upgrade to those AWPs later on? Because at the moment, it doesn't know. I don't know if they need it quite as yet.
But currently, Omnius holds all the aces. It's up to them what they decide to do. I got no doubt they'll buy orbs once they get enough. Once they lose a round. But it's up to Ghouligans to make the play and try and force an error from Omnius at the moment.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. A bit of a trade-off there in mid. I think Zan got a bit worse off in that trade. He's sitting quite low right now. But quite interesting, they weren't holding that. Oh, they are pushing Synapse. Yeah, he gets the deagle headshot.
What a shot.
Man, they're on point with their aim on this map.
We haven't seen them miss very much so far. And again, Ghouligans find themselves on the back foot. They got Sativa and Pew Pew going down early. Zanforic heavily tagged. Oh, nice shot there by Vec to get down Steve.
Yeah, we do see
and again, they're just holding their spots mid to try and get some frags. They go up against these guys from Omnius. A nice shot there by Vec again to get Synapse. And they have actually evened out the odds a bit here. It's 2v3 at the moment.
Bit of a challenge though. They're going to have to try and retrieve this bomb. We do see the smoke coming through. He does get the bomb, so very nice smoke coming from Zan there. And in fact, they are trying to push up onto that short, but Devs is holding a very tight angle there and gets the pick on that ninja. And Vulcan gets Zan there. I'm not 100% sure where that frag went down.
But this fellow Devs is a terrific player. Already we've seen his skills on show here.
Yeah, looking very good.
Don't mess with him.
But certainly not too much in their favor as yet. Obviously, Ghouligans pulling out a big buy here, coming in with the AWPs and quad AK essentially.
And enter the orbs. They've that scout is gone from the battle. We got Steve versus Pew Pew. Wow.
Can they get onto site here? Devs is holding a very strong angle here. He's going to spot a couple of them. He does. He brings down the AWP and he brings down Zan as well. But they do trade out Vulcan there.
Well, you see, that's the thing about Devs. He's such a strong player already. We've seen how accurate he is. He doesn't miss, and he finds himself in the best positions.
Yeah.
It looks like Ghouligans still have the advantage. It's 3v2.
It does look like they did recover that AWP as well, so quite strong on their side there.
This guy Devs is so quick, he can turn the odds at any time. And they look to be, they have taken B site, and they're going to plant the bomb now.
Yeah, they're going to plant the bomb. You can see the other two players are already in their positions, holding those angles, prepping for this defense. But we'll see what Devs decides to do here, because he could get spotted out here from Car, and it looks like he is going to get spotted. And the headshot, Dankenstein just not wanting to mess it up on the ult shot.
Clean shot, clean.
That was a very clean shot, and Showtime, that is 4-2, so not a bad momentum swing from the side of Ghouligans here.
Very nice round to swing the momentum back into their favor. They got two nice quick frags, and once you get the bomb down on B, and you've got the numbers, it's a very hard site to retake.
Definitely.
As we found out again there. See
maybe
a full buy coming out from Omnius, but there's no ops, it's just M4s.
We do see Vac Ninja didn't opt to buy anything that round. I'm not sure why he has no money, but he'll probably be looking to get a trade kill and pick up a gun potentially.
I wouldn't put it past him. Sometimes I've done that myself. Oh, and Vulcan gets Zen.
Got a team trading there, but it looks like they're gonna just get that one pick onto Zan.
Again, they hanger. Oh, nice shot there by Pew Pew to get Insanity.
100%. Sativa isn't looking, checking the corners, and Dev's just holding those perfect angles there.
Oh, wow.
And Absorbs is just, he's just
Epic
holding that
wall
A side
there.
perfectly.
Oh. He's another dangerous player to watch out, and it's all for Dankenstein to do now.
Yeah, the pressure's on.
I think the wise thing to do would be to go for the save.
Yeah.
And let's just see where he is.
Unfortunately, that bomb is sitting directly in between all the counter terrorists right now. It is on A side. So, yeah, so Save is probably the best option. He is pushing onto B, might spot Devs. Devs is jumping into window. Does miss the shot, and the headshot comes from Dankenstein. Brilliantly done there. As much as it
What
was
a
a
shot.
difficult round, they're making, you know, obviously it's an economy game right now. Dankenstein can't potentially win this round, but you know, he took a player out with a gun, and he's managing to save an AK.
Those frags or exit frags, defensive frags are so crucial to economy, as you said, Supertramp, and he does end up saving that gun to his
100%.
credit.
Yeah,
He got
very
that
well
crucial
done.
pick of Devs, who's such a dangerous player. Let's take a look at who's top fragging at the moment. Devs with 8 kills, Vulcan with 7, Synapse with 6, Absorbs with 5, and Insanity with 2. We got Vac Ninja with 7 carrying his team so far for Ghouligans.
Pushing out onto
Frankenstein's.
And
Yeah, okay.
they bring down Vulcan their Showtime, and that's a pretty good pickup if they want to push onto A side. In fact, I'm not sure, but he had an AWP there actually, so pretty good for them to hold in pit side, potentially take this A side very slowly.
Very nice frag to get that guy. But Steve evens it out now. And we see they
Alrighty.
hang out long.
Yeah, they're going to take it slow. You can see Devs is holding that very tight angle. He knows he can't push that. He even mollies out short. I don't think they're watching short. Insanity is obviously playing very back in short right now. He's actually starting to push out. He is going to run into one of them, and Hop Pew Pew will bring down Insanity, probably opening them up to push in the Vac Ninja, getting the headshot through the wall. Oh man, it looks like they're just going to take that
Terrific
side.
shot there to get Devs. Terrific shot. And we see Ghouligans with all the aces at the moment. It's 4v2. They're planting the bomb on A side.
100%. It looks like we are going to probably see a save coming out of OG. They know that the economy is very important, and they are sitting with 2 AKs. In fact, we see Devs and Synapse have no money at this point in time. So maybe going to have to buy for their teammates.
Well, expect they'll get those drops for the AKs. Their teammates will drop them those guns, and then buy themselves new guns. But nice round here for Ghouligans.
Yeah, pretty solid round for them. They will level it up slightly so that it will be 5-3. That is not a bad start for either side. So it looks like we're in for a good match, and possibly the first overtime in the elite bracket. Showtime, very possible reality.
Well, we can only hope, Superchamp.
Oh man,
Still early days.
still early
8
days.
rounds through.
Yeah, it looks like guys, we do have a bit of an issue. It looks like 2 players have started. They just need to reconnect to the server, so there is a quick pause coming through.
So while we are just waiting, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Sorry, I think I took up a bit of time there, Superchamp, while we're in the round.
Not a problem, not a
We
problem.
got Devs with 8 kills, Vulcan with 7, Steve with 6, Synapse with 6, and Insanity with 2. Or let's call him Absorbs. His name is Absorbs, not Steve. And we got Vac with 8, Zanferonic with 2, Pew Pew with 3, Sativa with 1. And the last player who's just left, what's his name?
Yeah, we'll just wait for the next player
Yeah,
to
we'll wait for him.
Obviously, the names of the players are quite difficult to remember, some of them. But yeah, so this is a very interesting game, Showtime. So, you know, this is an elite bracket match. Obviously, these teams are undefeated. So it's you know, a lot is on the line here. Obviously, they want to get to the top of that group. Because going into the knockouts for this tournament, it is imperative to get those good seedings. You know, because obviously the 2 groups in the elite bracket, they're going to be paired off and seeded for the knockouts.
You mean for positioning on the leaderboard?
Yes.
Yeah. So the top team will get an easier game. So there is incentive to try and win these games by the best margin that you can.
Yeah. And just a reminder for all the viewers and some of the teams that might need to know this. There is in the knockout stages there is going to be a ban phase for the map selection. That is not happening currently in the group stages, as there's quite a lot of matches to get through, and obviously the random elements of the coin toss was the ultimate choice of mechanic for the group stages. But that is not going to happen in the knockouts, and we will see multiple multiple maps per round. I'll have to clarify that, but that adds to that element. So as much as we have it looks like their player is back, so I think we'll run over that in between this and the next round, or the next match. Sorry.
No problem, Super Tramp. So we've got Dankenstein back in the game. Hopefully his technical issues are sorted out.
Go.
And he is on 3 kills. So Vac Ninja clearly in the ascendancy for, or is carrying his team, you could say, for Ghouligans in the early goings. And they're going for a long rush, 3 long, 1 in T, and 1 going B for the lurker role.
Yeah, we do see that they're not even defending long sight here. This is a bit of a change up. They are going to spot the guy on sight, but giving
the guy
up long,
got
there's a bit
taken
of a
down.
challenge.
Yeah, the guy got taken down quite quickly last round, so they don't want to make that same mistake again.
Oh, we see mid going down, Absorb's getting taken down. They spot the guys in short. In fact, Pew Pew's there with the orb. And we did see a bit of a save coming from OG there. So, a bit of a tough round for them to pull off. But it looks like they are going to try pick up one mid. They do. And that was Pew Pew with the orb.
Pew Pew goes down to Vulcan there, and Sativa and Dankenstein goes.
Oh, they level it up. Vac Ninja in a bit of a spot of bother here. He's actually sitting on A side. He does know where one of them is at the moment. Oh, in fact, he gets the nade kill onto Devs. Oh man, but
beautiful nade.
Vulcan just takes down the bomb planter. This is some clutch Counter-Strike coming out here.
Well, I really, goodness me, I thought that this was going to be Ghouligans round, but Omnius has just taken that round out of nowhere. That's the thing here. The players are so strong that they can just turn the tables at any moment. You've got to be so careful. And the guy planting the bomb didn't clear the site properly, or
100%.
Really unlucky there.
And
but well played from Omnius.
Yeah, their mid push as well. They managed to pick up a double kill there, obviously getting Pew Pew with the orb, and then obviously as they push through the mid doors. But we'll see how they react to this. Obviously, Ghouligans they still have an economy to buy up this round.
Yeah, we see a nice buy, but Dankenstein did go for the deagle. But the rest, we got rifles on board. Omnius now got the ops and a full buy, M4s and an AK. And we see now that the Ghouligans are not going for an aggressive play. We've seen this trend in their play so far. They're not really big on rushing. Well, I've seen that in the lead bracket, Super Tramp.
Yeah.
I think it must be an amateur tactic to just go and rush a site.
So I think it's. Oh man, we're seeing them push onto site. Sorry, Showtime. It looks like Insanity is going to get one pick off. He is going to find the second. Can he pick up the 3K? It looks like he's just going to back off for now. But it looks like they're losing site here. But Insanity is still going. He picks up 4 now. Is he going to get this ace? I think it's 4 right now for Insanity. Yes, it is. Oh, they're going to spot one. Zan does bring down Absorbs. And
he stole his partner's ace.
No, he didn't steal it.
Sure, he'll have a few words for him afterwards.
Alrighty. So, yeah, not a bad spot for them. They could actually bring this back. Oh, they spot him there and Devs picks it up. He is not going to give his teammate the ace, but I think rightly so, because that round was actually looking too close for comfort.
No. It's a team game first, Super Champ.
You see, I don't know. When I'm in a game, I tend to give the ace and then I lose the round.
And we see that the terrorists are going for a full save here. We got one deagle, P250 on board. What play are they going for? They're camping in B uppers.
Yeah,
they're going to try and take B site.
Yeah. They're going to push through, but Devs is holding a very strong angle here. How they're going to trade him? They do get him down, but cost them Sativa and Dankenstein.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Somebody stop Insanity.
Insanity, what a player.
Yeah, he's on fire. And as you mentioned, there's quite a few players to watch here. I think he would definitely be one of them.
He's coming into his own now, and he's showing off his skills. The last 2 rounds have been dominated by him.
Yeah. But just to jump back to your point about the rushing Showtime, so I think, rushing is important, but we do see it like percentagely less from the elite bracket teams. They tend to look for those picks and rely on their aim, which, obviously as a intermediate team might not be the right strat for the team. So I don't mind the rushes coming out, but you certainly have to be careful.
Yeah, I get use of the jump. It's just a whole nother level. These guys, like you said.
Definitely.
Yeah. Wow, a nice molly there to Insanity. Oh, nice nade. He ate that nade, did Insanity. And but he just recovers so quickly. And they're trying to take A side from short here. But they can't get through. They can't get past this guy.
Yeah, it's a bit of a challenge for them. They do spot one mid. Are they going to get that pick off? It looks like Pewpew's still watching here. Is he going to spot Insanity? He does.
What a shot. What a shot.
And,
crucial frag.
I would say it's overkill a bit with that AWP shot. I think he had like 10 HP left. But nevertheless, as you said, it is a crucial shot. Oh man, they stacked up for Synapse here, but he gets taken down.
See, that is the issue with keeping in one place too long. Somebody is bound to come behind you and take you down. And we see this is the second time that Ghouligans are falling for that.
Yeah, indeed.
In this match. And it's all for Sativa to do, and he goes down to Devs.
Yeah, a bit of a tough one there for Synapse there to wait. Sativa was it that was left there?
Yeah.
Yeah, a difficult one. I think he had 16 HP, and obviously they were not pushing him, so he had to make the play.
And we see that Omnius is quietly running away with this game. It's currently 9-3. They've got a significant lead, and all the aces in their hand.
Indeed,
we see that Ghouligans are trying to go for a short push.
Not a bad push so far. It looks like they do get the 2-for-2 trade there. And they're actually going to get the bomb plant, but they're only sitting with deagles here, so a bit of a challenge.
Well, they did well to get the bomb plant. Sativa again. Oh, and it's all going pear-shaped for Ghouligans.
Yeah,
I guess it was a nice save round. It wasn't bad. They got the bomb down, and
a couple trades
for a
coming
change,
through as well.
they were very aggressive there.
Yeah, I think, with that kind of a buy, playing for picks is just not going to happen. So, I think they got the site, they got the bomb down, but they couldn't compete with the rifles. So I like what they've done here. They've gone for the double AWP. I think Dust 2, you can get away with the double AWP and kind of benefits you sometimes. Those pick-offs become much easier.
Oh, what a shot by Vulcan. He peeks mid and gets Pew Pew. Wow.
My word, what a shot coming from him. Oh, they do peek long, but they do end up taking him down. In fact, the trade from Synapse is there. The re-peeks are amazing from OG right now.
I've never seen that one. And Sativa gets Vulcan. They just they're going blow for blow at the moment. It's 3v3.
Yeah, double AWP still on the terrace side here, so still wanting to play for that mid control.
Again, they've gone for they're just playing, they're biding their time in mid. T-spawn, top of short and mid doors. And they're waiting for a pick.
Yeah, Devs is going to... Oh no, he is actually on site, so they won't spot Sativa there, but it looks like they have to make a play at some point. So as much as they split up now, they got to group up, they got to make the play. Potentially B is the site to make it on.
Yeah, just one guy on B. It's absorbs. Oh, and Sativa gets a nice frag of Synapse.
Very quick headshot there, and it looks like Devs is going to be the only one on the A side now, but as the rotations come through, they are going to push on to B side. They're going to have to check behind them though, because Devs is motoring his way through. He's going to spot a couple behind him, gets a pick on one. In fact, he gets two of them.
Oh, this Devs.
Oh, and they go for the plant.
This Devs, I tell you. Don't ever count this guy out.
Definitely not. He made the... So, funny enough, I don't think they expected that push through the smoke so quick from him.
Well, they weren't even looking at him. I think there was a bit of a error on their part. because this Devs guy is so accurate. He got 2 and absorbs on sight. Just picked off the last one.
Definitely.
Wow. Again, Omnius Gaming just they snatch victory from the jaws of defeat there.
Yeah,
If that is the correct term, Super Champ.
I think so. I like the term. Oh man, he's in the smoke and he's actually next to Vulcan. Wow, it looks like they can take this A side. In fact, they do bring down Devs, and that should be the site. Oh man, they actually take down Insanity.
It's just gonna be Ghouligans round. They've got 3 frags already.
Oh.
Unfortunate there for Vulcan, made to look a bit foolish there by who took him down.
Oh man, they bring down Synapse as well. That leaves Absorbson by himself. And back to your question, I think this might be their round. They do have a lot of work though. This is the last round of the half, so they will potentially make it 11-4.
Oh, well, Ghouligans played so well this round.
Yeah.
They got, but it's still Omnius has got such a significant lead that Ghouligans are gonna have to play out of their socks to try and get this this match.
He's on his own. It's the half time. He gets another one.
Look at Absorbs go.
See if he can get this. He's already got that 2k. They know roughly where he is.
Is he gonna clutch it? Is he gonna clutch it, Super Champ?
I want to believe, but it's still a difficult scenario for him. It's 2v1. He is going to play into window there. They should know that he is playing around that side. They do spot him in window and bring him down there. Dankenstein just securing the round. And good half from both teams there.
Well, I think he was asking a bit much for Absorbs to try and clutch that round, but you never know with these guys.
Look, he got so those accurate. 2 frags so quickly. There was a moment where I was thinking, could be it. He could clutch this. But I think Ghouligans just played the safe play there. You know, hold the angles, wait for him to make a play, and rightly so, forced him into window there.
And now we see Omnius Gaming on the T side, and they're going for they're gonna push short for the early goings, and Pew Pew gets a nice frag of Vulcan.
Yeah, we see quite a few of them are tagged up there. Actually, they're pushing onto short, comes through in the headshot onto Absorbs. And another one coming from Back Ninja this time. And they just finish it off. The headshots coming from the pistol rounds.
No deaths on Ghouligans. Very nice shooting. Well, it is just a pistol round, Super Champ, but it'll do Ghouligans a lot of confidence. It'll do a lot of good to their confidence, rather.
Definitely.
Because they're in need of some rounds here. It's 11-5. And they've bought the scouts, and they've got a FAMAS and 2 umps.
I must say the Ghouligans have looked extremely good with the pistol rounds. In fact, we see the smoke coming through to stop the molly. In fact, they bring down 1, they bring down 2. The trades are there though, so we'll see if they can. They are just. They get the kill, and they get another kill. That is a good round from Ghouligans. Showtime, a bit of a comeback here.
Well played to Ghouligans. They're swinging the momentum in their favor. And Omnius have yet to get out the blocks on terrorists.
Yeah.
They're getting put down quite easily, and you see a lot more aggressive in their strategy as opposed to Ghouligans when they were on T.
Yeah, and we're seeing a bit of an aggressive play, but Insanity just brings down Zan there, and yeah, that could be a bit of a challenge for them, but they get the refrag onto Pew Pew. Oh, I think
have they let that momentum slip this round? It's 4v3 here.
Bit of a tough one,
Omnius is going to buy their time in mid. T-spawn, they're going to play for some frags. Sativa's the lone ranger on B.
Yeah, that seems to be the strat at the moment. You know, obviously a counter-terrorist, it is difficult to hold A site, so they generally stack it a bit more. But we'll see. It looks like they are actually playing for the B site, so
they're just waiting to come in.
On point there.
He's looking rather hopeless in the middle of the site.
And he goes down.
Of course he goes down to Vulcan. They secured the B site, the bomb plant, and here again it's going to be very tough. Oh, nice frag there by Vac to get Vulcan. But the bomb is down.
And they are rotating in the spot, the one by door. Oh, and they get a headshot into him with the scout. And it looks like it's just going to be Dankenstein versus Synapse here. They're so tagged. They could breathe on each other and they would die. But it looks like they are gonna get up personal with each other here. The rotation's coming through, but the headshot, and that is the first round to OG this half. Showtime. Not a bad start for either side in this half, but not much breathing room for Ghouligans right now.
Yeah, they can't afford to give a lot more rounds away, but Omnius had to work very hard for that round.
Yeah.
So the pressure is still on.
Yeah,
They got a long way to go.
Oh man, he gets headshot
Vulcan.
through the door. Vulcan just getting that perfect prediction. In fact, they spot the guys on side. They're going for the frags. Absorbs, gets back Ninja. Zan goes down to Devs. Oh man, it's just looking a little tough right now. But they get the return frags. Yeah, OG stuck here in short.
Wow. Sativa gets absorbed. And the terrorists are gonna go to B side and get the plant. Sativa all alone on A side. He's far away from the action. He's got a long way to go.
This is an interesting
And
scenario, Showtime.
it's gonna be tough for him to get this round, Super Champ.
Yeah. Does he save here? He has an AWP, he has full armor, he has a defuse kit. But they need the rounds though.
I don't think he has a choice. Well, let's see. He's in mid now, and he looks like he's gonna try and get a frag or two. I don't think they're gonna peek. I think he's going for the save now. And I think it's sensible. He's got no choice. They still got. It's gonna be 13-6. So they've got two rounds.
Yeah,
to give away.
Two rounds to make it go to match point for OG. But you know, obviously, when you're at 6 rounds, you kind of need. You need those extra buffer rounds that you can lose.
But I think there was no point in Sativa trying to go for the clutch there against.
Yeah.
He would have come out short, no doubt about it.
Definitely, he didn't have the HP for it. Obviously, he did have that AWP, but as we've seen, OG have been very disciplined on their sides.
Yeah, but we see Ghouligans now. They're really puzzling with the economy. They don't have much. It's just a lone AWP, and the rest are pistols. It's gonna be a tough round for them to win again. But let's see what play they go for here. Or rather, what play does Omnius go for?
Yeah, they're doing a bit of a push here. They spot the guy pushing, and in fact, that push is probably going to have to... Yeah, they're going to back out of there.
Well, he's lucky to escape with his life there. But he does love to see another day.
He does indeed. Alrighty, guys. It looks
waiting
like
outside long
very
doors.
slow round. They're pushing it through mid. They spot one. They bring back Ninja down. Obviously, he had that pistol, but yeah, Insanity just on point there, pushing through the doors and obviously getting that frag.
As soon as these guys see an opening on any side, they just...
Pew Pew just turned around and shot Dankenstein. I wonder what's going to chat. Oh, man.
And Absorb gets 2 frags there of Pew Pew and Dankenstein. And the bomb goes down on B.
It looks like Sativa is going to have to save again. They need that economy. And I think it was Zanny that mentioned it in one of the previous casts. The counter-terrorist guns are more expensive. So, a bit of a challenge.
Oh, it is peeking mid. I think they're going to hunt him down now, Super Champ. They're going to hunt him down because they've got 4 players on.
Oh, they need to be
But he's going to defend valiantly here. They're waiting to take him down. Sativa
gets another one. He's getting the frags, but he will be brought down. In fact, that was a no-scope coming through from Synapse there. But it cost him.
He took a big chance there, Super Champ.
It still cost the terrorists. OG losing 2 there, but they did lose the AWP on the counter-terrorists.
And they can't afford an AWP now.
Yeah.
Not enough money. They can go for the scout. Oh, unlucky for Sativa. It wasn't 1v2, it was 1v5, so I guess he had to try his luck.
Indeed.
And the battle is going down mid.
Oh,
Vulcan and Pew Pew get tagged.
Oh, and they bring down the guy in long. Very well done.
Again, he took a chance peeking the AWP in long. And the terrorists are advancing on long.
See, Vac Ninja is actually behind him, living up to his name. He is a ninja, and he gets that frag. But as they're pushing through, it looks like they will lose devs.
Oh, what a shot. Sativa gets the bomb drop on A ramp.
Vac Ninja doing more ninja stuff, gets a frag onto Vulcan, but will go down, and in fact, leaving it to 2v1, so not a bad round coming from Ghouligans here.
Oh my goodness, it's just you can never tell with these guys. It's everything changes so quickly. Look at it, Super Tramp. It's Insanity versus Zenphoronic now for the round.
No, he
can't
doesn't
believe
get
this.
it in. Oh, Insanity just clutches that one, bringing down Zan. Unfortunately, Ghouligans, they had a good round there, but
They're struggling really because they were really they had the advantage for much of that round. But these Omnius Gaming guys, you cannot count them out for a second. They turn the
100%.
table so quickly.
Yeah, I must say Vac Ninja played insanely well that round, obviously able to pick up that AK on the frag he got in mid. And transitioned that actually into another frag onto long.
Yeah, very sneaky from him. But gosh, I don't know
Alrighty,
how
so
that Omnius Gaming turned that one around.
oh, and they're looking like they're having a strong round here as well, bringing down Sativa and Pew Pew there. But we'll see what they do here with the double orb.
Oh, Devs goes. Devs gets back. It's all for Zenphoronic to do now. And he's found himself alone in mid.
Yeah, a bit of a challenge. Oh, but he does get the absorbs, who was actually looking the wrong way.
Wow.
Oh, I think Zenphoronic can actually hear that jumping. He is pushing into the smoke, hoping he can spot the player.
He's just waiting.
Oh, he gets spotted, but he
What a
gets the frag
shot.
first. I mean,
Oh, Zenphoronic!
what a
Unlucky.
round to finish off this this map, guys. Showtime, what a match from these two teams. Big performances.
Well, some beautiful shooting, and both teams showed off considerable skill. I'm not sure I've seen such skill in my time yet. But unlucky there for Ghouligans. I thought they played extremely well, but Omnius Gaming, they had the momentum with them for most of the game, and they won the clutch rounds.
Yeah, 100%. They held their discipline, they held their angles, and they did a good job there. Showtime, we are going to potentially chat to Insanity quickly. I see he is in the waiting room, so I'm going to bring him in and see if we can chat to him for a moment.
Sure thing.
Awesome stuff. Insanity, how are you doing?
How's it, guys?
Awesome
Good.
stuff. Yeah, a bit of a intense match, I'd say. We certainly enjoyed it. It was a hectic match. How did you guys find that match?
Yeah, it was definitely I would say probably our toughest game so far. These guys can aim pretty well.
Yeah.
I was having quite a rough game myself. What's his name? Pew Pew had my number that whole game.
Yeah, I mean, Vac Ninja as well seemed to be pulling off some good rounds there.
Yeah.
But yeah, how did you mentioned it was probably the toughest match you guys have had so far. How did you find that? Did you guys have to adapt anything? Were you was there a bit of pressure on you guys to pull out all the stops?
I wouldn't say too much pressure in terms of things. We did just have to remember all of our foundations and just remind ourselves to play together, flash for each other, peek together, stuff like that, just to secure those kills, get the trades, and then it was from there. It was quite comfortable.
Yeah, and funny if we saw, towards the end of that match, you guys had quite a few clutch rounds there, which we were, we were actually sort of expecting Ghouligans to pull those off. You guys pulled it off with some, I would say, disciplined play. I don't know if you would agree with that statement.
Oh, yeah, 100%. The fact we even got put in those situations is a bit worrying on our side, but the guys knew what to do, and it was worked out at the end, at least.
Awesome stuff. And I think, Showtime, do you have any questions for Insanity?
Oh, I just want to say thanks for the game, Insanity. It was a terrific game. There wasn't much in it, and I'm really, from what we could see, that sometimes the luck didn't go your team's way, and sometimes those crucial moments, 1v1s at the end, they all went to Omnius Gaming. It's really unlucky. I thought you guys played exceptionally well, and well done.
Oh, sweet, thanks,
and
man.
Awesome stuff.
Better luck for the next game.
I saw. So Insanity, you're from OG, right? Just to confirm. Okay, Showtime.
Oh, you're from? Sorry. Oh, I thought you were. Well, sorry about that, Insanity. Congratulations for the win.
There we go. I did want to ask one quick thing, Insanity. One thing we saw from Ghouligans that was quite, very strong from their side was those pistol rounds. I know, pistol rounds are a bit of it's not quite
it is quite a
intense.
50-50 flip of the coin.
Yeah, but we saw that they were pretty dominant in that. I don't know if you can just maybe speak to that. Is that something that maybe you guys were feeling a bit weak on, or was that just a very good showing
we
from
didn't
them?
really have any pistol strat per se. We just kind of picked a lane and ran it, and then especially there on T side, the guy playing mid hit some nice shots through smoke, and it just slowed us down completely on the pistol round.
Yeah, it puts you in a bit of a difficult scenario because obviously if you get tagged up a bunch, those pistols become very deadly.
And losing pistol hurts quite a bit for the following rounds. So they got quite a few rounds off just that pistol.
Yeah, but awesome stuff, Insanity. And just to echo what Showtime said, well done on your match, and best of luck in your next matches. And we're almost there into those knockouts.
Awesome, thanks so much.
Awesome.
Cheers,
Alrighty,
guys.
cheers. So Showtime, yes, that is game 1 done and dusted, and well done to OG.
Well, after making a complete fool of myself, I'll say yes, well done to Insanity and his team.
I must say, I wasn't quite sure for a moment if you were talking about OG or.
It was my mistake. I think I had a bit late in the day for myself, Supertramp.
It's been a long week. It's we're in the weekend, so it's let the hair down and relax.
So Omnius Gaming so far undefeated, and Ghouligans going home with their first loss.
I must
terrific game
say,
of Counter-Strike.
Is Showtime, what Insanity said there was quite, very good, for what I would say is good for the Ghouligans, is that they gave them a very hard fight there, even though it wasn't quite as close as, I thought the match was going to go. I think, to give OG a run for their money is something to take away. Maybe a bit more practice in, and then you're at that level. And OG obviously have proved themselves in the Counter-Strike community. Very exciting stuff.
Well, OG showing their class there, because we could see that Ghouligans found themselves in winning positions and they could not come up against these terrific players from OG who always seem to turn it around. It seemed like one guy could just take out the entire other team. But really, in those last rounds, it was so hard fought. The people were just going blow for blow.
Yeah,
both teams just keep going down one by one. There was nothing in it, Supertramp. Yeah,
that was a very important match for the groups, as you mentioned. Both teams undefeated so far, and obviously wanting to top their group. So and I think we saw it in that match. They wanted that win. Both teams wanted it. So very well done to both those teams.
Terrific match, and
awesome.
thanks for the opportunity to cast with you, Supertramp. It's been a pleasure.
It's always amazing having you here, Showtime. And I think with that, guys, we are going to be moving into the second match. It is going to be Visimus versus Red Wolves. So that's going to be an exciting match, guys. So stick around, and we will have that match for you shortly. So thank you, Showtime, for casting that first match, and we'll see you probably in the next stream, hopefully. With Moustache as well.
Thanks, Supertramp, and all the best.
Awesome
and again, thanks. Shout out to all the viewers, and a shout out to our sponsors, Rebel Gaming. Spread the love, people. Until we meet again.
Awesome stuff. Cheers, Showtime. And guys, with that, I'm going to be bringing Zanny in. She will be casting with me for this next match. So it's going to be an interesting one. This is another big match for this group. So let's bring Zanny in and see what her thoughts are on this match. Zanny, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you. How are you?
Good, thanks. Are you excited for another Red Wolves match? This is going to be Visimus versus Red Wolves.
Yeah, you just caught me a little bit off guard there, man.
I'm sorry. I just I went for the play. Hopefully Zanny's ready.
Somebody needs to take your privileges away, because that scared me.
I'm so sorry, but are you ready for the match? Maybe I should ask you just now, but
no, I'm Gucci. I'm ready.
No, that's good.
I'm ready.
I'm a little concerned. Maybe they're gonna. I already see some howls coming in chat. Do you think this is gonna be a very close match? Obviously Red Wolves looking for this win.
It's not gonna be a close match. Red Wolves are gonna take it.
No bias, no bias there. But yeah, I think I'm excited for this match. Obviously, Visimus and Red Wolves are very strong. But Zeni, do you know the name of the specific team from Red Wolves? I think it's Shadow
It's the
Pack.
Shadow Pack.
Shadow Pack,
Yeah.
that is it. Awesome stuff. So yeah, so this is going to be a big one. But yeah, so that match should start fairly soon. Zani, did you manage to watch the first match of this evening?
I did not, but to be honest, I was a little bit hooked on Phasmophobia, so
Okay.
I was hunting some ghosts.
I see that game's become very popular. It's it's picked up quite a bit of momentum. I still haven't played it myself. I'm not a fan of scary games and movies.
I believe me, it definitely challenges your vocabulary. You learn new words that you've never said before, but it just happens. So I mean,
Oh man, but awesome stuff. So Zani, we actually have the map choices from both of these teams. So I think we can probably just run through that and do the coin flip for these teams.
wait, first tell us the map choices that
Yeah.
teams have selected.
Awesome stuff. So okay, so Visimus have chosen Nuke, and they've got heads. ZA Red Wolves chose Overpass with tails. I'm not sure I'm too happy about Overpass, but definitely a competitive map.
Overpass I've seen a lot of, and because I'm really a big fan of the Red Wolves, I would like to see Overpass. But Nuke is my favorite map, so I'm unfortunately gonna have to say I really hope for a Nuke.
Yeah, I must be honest. I was hoping for Train for this cast,
No,
specifically because you're not a fan of it. Oh man, that would have been.
Train is the ghetto of CS:GO. I'm just saying.
I don't know, chat. What do you guys think? I think let's let chat weigh in on that one. I'm not sure. I'm a fan of Train. I must admit.
No. Train is the ghetto of CS:GO. If I'm not mistaken, Visimus is Alpha's team. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to be unbiased this time because I'm actually rooting for both teams this time. So I don't know.
That's good though. I think we need to be unbiased in these matches. But alrighty, it looks like the teams are getting ready. So guys, we will just do that coin toss to see what map these teams are playing on. Yeah, so let's do that right now. Just a bit of a recap quickly. So Visimus have Nuke, ZA Red Wolves Overpass, heads for Visimus, tails for Red Wolves. So let's do that quickly. Alrighty, it's going to land on tails. So we've got Overpass, ladies and gentlemen. So Zani, you got your map. I suppose now that you're supporting both teams, it's
No, but I did say I am a supporter of the Red Wolves, but I really like to see a Nuke because I haven't really seen a Nuke in the tournaments. I know there has been Nuke maps played, but I never casted on it, and because it's my favorite map,
yes,
kind of upsets.
So funny enough, we haven't seen too much. We did see one map, one Nuke map, but unfortunately it wasn't casted, or it was casted as a replay because the teams had scheduling issues. So I'm looking forward to Nuke. Hopefully we can get the trolls to pick up a Nuke or a Train map.
Train is gonna be such a bad scene. It's going to be a bloodbath and not to our favor.
Oh man, yeah. I don't know. It is a popular map. We saw that OG actually it was their map pick for the previous round, and they have picked it before in their other group stage matches. So it does seem to be somewhat of a map pick for these teams, or popular rather.
I have definitely seen some OG on Nuke. I think I have edited one of the highlights for them on Nuke, and it was actually quite good. So, I mean, yeah.
Awesome stuff. So it looks like we are going to be getting underway in this match. We are just waiting for one more player to connect to the server. So looks like we're going to be on Overpass. I'm pretty excited. We've seen some interesting stuff on Overpass. Obviously it is it is a very skillful map, I'd say. You know, obviously we've seen more overpass in the higher bracket games.
Yeah. I'm terrified of overpass because I have not seen one team play bad on overpass. So that terrifies me a little too much. Yeah, I think that's a big deal. I think most teams have at least practiced overpass at least once, twice, maybe
Yeah.
3 times. So I mean,
I would say it's one of the most picked maps in this tournament so far. I would say it's probably competing with Mirage and Inferno, but probably
Definitely.
not out picking those two. I haven't, you know, every sort of CS:GO tournament, those two seem to top the list.
Yeah, no, definitely. I don't think we've really seen a lot of. Sorry. Woo!
Whoops.
My bad. My bad. I don't think we've really seen a lot of selection when it comes to the tournament maps that have been selected. I think they are mainly in the pools of Mirage, Inferno, and Overpass.
Yeah. 100%. So guys, it looks like this match will start shortly. All the teams are ready. Obviously, there is a 2-minute delay, so we do need to wait for that to kick in. But yeah, so this is going to be very interesting. Obviously, ZA Red Wolves, you know, they've had quite a strong tournament from both sides. Obviously, you know, Red Wolves picked up in the intermediate bracket. They actually picked up a good win against Horizon ZA.
If I had a choice, I would like to see a dust map as well. Though,
Dust 2,
to be
yeah.
honest. Yeah, I haven't really, but I think it's because all the teams know that that's the go-to practice map, so everybody's just avoiding that one.
So funny enough, the last match was Dust 2, our OG versus Ghouligans, and we actually spoke to Ghouligans, if I'm not mistaken, in a previous stream, where he said that Dust 2 seems to be popular between the teams that prefer to rely on their aim than execution. And I think that's a good point to be made. You know, obviously with the long, mid, all those things, you know, you have to be very disciplined with your headshots.
Yeah, no, definitely. Especially because Dust is also referred to as Orpa's Heaven. It's really aim. It's really aim. Yeah, it's very aim based.
Yeah.
Like regardless of who you are, what is your play style, if your aim is no good, you can know you're gonna have a tough time on that map.
And that's why I think we're seeing, you know, teams like Ghouligans pick it up because they feel like they can rely on that quite heavily. You know, obviously they would have practiced the map, you know, in their practice sessions.
Yeah, no, definitely. But yeah, I think that is for the most part why we have not seen a dust map is because all the teams are terrified of each other because they don't know. Yeah. Everybody practices on dust.
No, I think you're right. It is a bit of a scary thought because so for everyone that doesn't know, you know, Dust 2 is probably the biggest casual map. So most players know the smokes, they know the executions and utility spots. So yeah, so obviously picking that, you're not putting the enemy at a disadvantage of not knowing the map. With something like Overpass, because I think, you know, one of the reasons Overpass is quite popular is because if another team doesn't know it, you have a huge advantage.
But that's the same with Nuke, to be honest. Because the sound is so distorted on Nuke, it's the main reason why it's my favorite map, because I have played that map so many times, the sound is not really that distorted to me anymore. Yeah. So I figure out exactly where I'm hearing things from, whereas if a team is not familiar with the Nuke map, the sound is all over the place for them.
Yeah. So I think Zanny, if the Wolves win this one, are you going to give us a howl, or at least I don't know what what do we need to get for a howl from you?
Well, if they get one round, I'll give them a howl, and if they win, I'll give them a howl.
Alrighty. Okay. And then if they win, we'll bring Crispy in for a howling session.
No, he needs to make a phoenix noise.
A phoenix noise. If I'm not mistaken, he made a toxicity noise. So...
Yeah, I was really pulling that one out. I'm like, what is a toxic noise? Because
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure any of us know. It looks like Crispy is not keen on the idea, but man. Alrighty. So it looks like the teams are in the server. They're just getting ready. They're just readying up, guys. So we should be into that shortly. Just for everyone that doesn't know, guys, this is an elite bracket match. It is ZA Red Wolf Shadow Pack versus Visimus. So it's going to be good. Should start any moment.
Well, I need to have a little chat with you as well now. While we're here, Super Tramp.
Alrighty.
Out of all the casting scheduling that you're doing for us, you've skipped me out on I think 2 Red Wolf games,
I know.
which I
I know.
appreciate.
Oof.
But why didn't you skip out on this one? You
On
could have
this
put me
one?
somewhere. Yes,
No,
because I
no.
like both teams, and now I have to be here and watch them go at each other, and this is not a good time.
No, it's a good time, you know. These teams are going to give each other a good show. They are jumping into the knife round, so I'm just going to run the versus screen quickly. Awesome stuff. We in the match, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Visimus versus ZA Red Wolf Shadow Pack. So let's see what they can do. Obviously, the standard run at each other for the knife round, though.
This is super intense.
Yeah. So Zanny, if you're supporting both the teams, it's going to be a bit difficult to see. To
I'm just going to
this
keep
match.
quiet most of the time. I think that is the best way to go about it.
That's alright, but it looks like Sneaky Elf is trying to be a bit sneakier, but he is currently 1v3.
Oh, get him!
They got him, and there was a team kill in the mix there as well. Oh man. Awesome stuff. It looks like these teams are going to be jumping into this match. It's going to be the pistol round. I'm not sure if they switched. I don't know if you saw.
No, they did not. They did
wait.
not switch over.
Wasn't Red Wolves on the counter terrace there?
I didn't see a switch, so it's possible though.
Yeah. I think they
I'm
might have
pretty
switched.
absent-minded, so I mean, it could be.
Yeah. Do you prefer? I mean, I know this. We ask this quite a lot, but do you think terrace side is a more favored spot on, or counter terrace as they chose?
I feel like this is a very counter-terrorist friendly map. The rotation size is very small, whereas as if you're a terrorist and you need to rotate from A side to B side because it's full stacked,
Yeah.
it takes you a while. Whereas for the CTs, it's a quick rotate through the little tunnels there. So I think it's a very
holes.
yeah, the little hidey holes. But I think it's a very CT based map, to be honest. What's your opinion
Yeah.
on it though?
My preference is CT, but I tend to lean that way on most maps. You know, I think this map though, Terrace, is kind of preferable for, you know, a lot of teams because rushing onto some of the sites are hard to retake. You know, obviously the CTs can rotate quickly, but you know, if you take A, it's you know, and get into Optimus or into Bank, it becomes difficult to retake. So that's my only concern with the counter terrace on this map.
Yeah, no, definitely. But we do see the Red Wolves doing a full B push, but it seems like a B stack as well for the CTs right now.
Yeah, a bit of trading going on. Red Denser takes down Alpha, but Lux takes down Denser, and Frozen takes down Griffy. Oh, and he tries to plant the bomb, but unfortunately Frozen is in the right place at the right time. And Sneaky Elf goes down. Oh man, and I mean that was a bit of a coin flip, you know, because they could have rushed A and you know, taken the site.
I have no idea what just happened. It's very unlikely to find that CTs do stack one side on pistol round on this map, especially because you have no idea where they might be rushing. So that was literally a 50-50, and unfortunately it was not to the odds of the Red Wolves right now.
Yeah, unfortunately not. We do see a full, or I would say a pretty full buy coming from Visimus here. Obviously the Terrace, Zeta Red Wolves opting to stick with the Glocks.
That could be to their favor. It might cost give them a round, but unfortunately that is not in the favor of their economy. So if they get picked off by the Red Wolves, it could mean that they do not have enough money to buy for the third round.
In fact, they're being very aggressive here, pushing on Smith. They spot him and bring him down so
Ooh.
quickly. Alpha just being very aggressive with that SMG.
I mean, so far so good. They have not had any casualties, meaning that they don't have to buy for the next round. But I mean, it is a 3v5. Anything could happen.
Look,
especially,
I think, you know, a bit expected as well. I think they full bought in the sense that they bought rifles in the second round, which we don't often see.
Yeah, no, definitely. To be economy friendly, we cannot have that.
Well, we see them rotating. They pick up Griffey. Alpha just playing very deep behind them, and in fact they're trying to push, but Lux is there. Leaving
only Red Denser right now, versing a whole CT-sided team.
It's absolutely sandwiched.
So close though. That was very, very close.
So a bit of a difficult start for the Zeta Red Wolves, but obviously they have been saving. So very interested to see if they go for another save here.
It seems like they might be light buying.
Yeah, a couple of Deagles, some SMGs. But it seems like they're full buying on 2 and leaving 3 to have some cash left over.
I mean, they're doing a light buy, so it is possible that for the next round we might see some AWPs, which we have seen that AWPs are really dangerous on overpass. As a whole, I mean, there's a lot of long range options for you to take with an AWP.
Yeah, we do see a bit more of a buy coming out from the terrace here. Obviously, they do need to start pulling back those rounds here. But I think you are right. AWPs are going to be a game changer on this map, so we'll see what they can do here.
I mean, we see a lot of util coming in from the Red Wolf side. Definitely hurting some of the CTs and bringing them down really low.
Yeah. But yeah, they haven't pushed quite through yet. They are still throwing out that utility. Maybe they can get onto site here, but it looks like the counter-terrorists are just playing it very casual. They don't wanna aggressively lose frags here. Obviously opening up any of the spots, so we'll see what they decide to do.
This is so intense.
Yeah, it's a bit of an intense one. Obviously Sneaky Elf with that Deagle here, just he could one-tap them.
Oh, Griffin!
Oh, he didn't spot him. He didn't see where he came from there. And it
what is that timing?
But they're getting those trades here, so it looks like not a bad start for this round for Zeta Red Wolves.
I mean, that's a 2v2 situation right now. Sneaky Elf seemingly knowing where Alpha is. But Red Denser is also pretty low.
Well, Sneaky Elf is going to push. I think they spotted each other there. They're running to each other. Red Denser goes down there, leaving Sneaky Elf here with his Deagle. Is able to pick up a gun though.
Yeah, I should not have drank a monster before this match. My heart is going to be pounding out my chest.
And the funny thing is, there is a spot on this map called Monster, so I think it's only fitting, Zania. I think it's oh man, Sneaky Elf. Not quite sneaky enough because Alpha did hear him jump through there. But yeah, obviously not a full buy from either side here, but as you mentioned, those AWPs are going to start coming out now.
I mean, their economy is looking good for having 0-3. I think it was a very wise decision for Sneaky Elf to take the fall because he did it within the time frame, so he did not lose his economy in that stage, which could have, if he did not do that, he could have made a real big dent in the economy for the Red Wolves.
Yeah, 100%. Looks like they are going to push here into Monster, but Red Denser getting caught in that molly. Horizon picking up Griffey and lowers there. Beautiful headshot coming through. Pushing through smoke. That's the bomb going down. Now they're gonna have to try and retake this bomb, but looking like a difficult scenario. Visimus
Leaving-
looking very clinical right now.
Ooh.
I don't know where he is.
Oh,
Frozen picks up Sneaky
no.
Elf, and that is another round going to Visimus.
I mean, sneaky. I'm gonna give it. Sneaky is very sneaky.
Yeah.
Normally last man standing, and normally is hard to spot. So I mean, he definitely has the sneak factor.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, he was alive, the last one alive in the knife round as well.
I think I need to have a chat with Sneaky. I need somebody like him on Phasmophobia in the team, because somebody needs to stay alive, because I don't.
Yeah, and maybe he's a bit too sneaky. Maybe that's something they can look at. Alrighty, it looks like they are going to get the trade. Actually, no, sorry, not a trade. They just pick up Horizon there, so opportunity for them to get a gun here. And like you mentioned in that save round, getting those pickoffs on when you're saving is very big for the team.
Yeah, no, definitely. Because the more picks you get, the more cash you get as well. Ooh.
Oh, Frozen
Ooh.
just double peeks and gets 2 kills there. Looking for a third here potentially.
Excuse me, sir. Can you stop?
Oh, they're gonna peek. They get the bomb carrier that is
Oh.
token down, and leaving Griffey and Mr. Pig in a spot of bother. In fact, Griffey does go down, and Mr. Pig as well. Visimus just looking very clinical here with their plays.
Yeah, no, definitely. I honestly think that this is a very difficult map to play on, especially if your team splits up. But other than that, I think that both teams are playing a very strong game right now. I'm really impressed with the Zeta Red Wolves' util usage.
Yes, 100%.
Definitely practiced, definitely doing some damage. But yeah, maybe a restrat might actually suffice right now.
Yeah, look, I think they do have those AKs. They got the AWP on Red Denzer, so I think this could be a good, solid round for them. They just need to, I would say they need to play it a bit slower. You know, look for those pickoffs, then push aside, because the rushes are a bit difficult, because you see Visimus sitting with all that utility.
Yeah, no, definitely. Definitely saving some util for later rounds when they do push a site.
Yeah, maybe potentially thinking they may need to retake a site here, if it comes down to that.
I mean, so far so good. Only one teammate down on the T side. And they're playing it very slow, very passive,
Yeah,
very cautious.
I think Sneaky Elf just decided he didn't want to be the first one down, so, oh, but it looks like they are going to Frozen
Ooh.
token.
Token, don't do it! Don't do it! Oh no.
Man, they're holding each other's
no.
ankles so well.
I mean, this is definitely practiced by Visimus.
Yes.
You can see this.
You can see where Horizon was holding, his gun was sticking out, but because Frozen was holding that angle, it didn't matter.
I mean... Oh! Okay.
Oh, Visions knows there's a second player there, because that's obviously a boosted spot, so you know there's 2 there. They are going to push bathrooms, they're going to spot Mr. Pig and bring him down. Very strong plays coming from Visimus right now. And unfortunately, maybe like you mentioned earlier, the Red Wolves just need to rethink their strat here.
Yeah, Visimus is looking very strong with the 6-0 for the Zeta Red Wolves. But I mean, it's not too late. We've seen games deeper in make a strong comeback.
Look, we've seen specifically this team from Zeta Red Wolves, you know, look quite good in previous matches. So I expect them to, you know, just restructure a bit and figure out their executions.
I mean, if you look at a lot of the strategies that a lot of players use, sometimes losing the first few is always a good strat to use because that makes the other team comfortable and a little bit reckless, which does count in your favor.
Yeah, they do find themselves in a spot of bother here. They did lose Red Denzer down in long, but obviously they still have 4v5, so it's not too bad right now.
Ooh.
Oh, we see Frozen taking down Sneaky Elf there, so that is going to bring it to a 3v5. Spot of bother here. It looks like Griffey is pushing into waters there. Oh man, Horizon just watching that angle perfectly, bringing down Mr. Pig, and looks like a bit of a tricky scenario for them right now. They get frozen though, that's a good pickle for them, but Griffey will go down.
Leaving us with a 1v3.
Yeah.
Strange to see that it's not Sneaky Elf, last man standing.
Yeah.
But I mean,
this time it is Token. He did pick up one frag there. He picks up another.
Ooh,
Vision's going down.
second.
And that's a 2v1 scenario right now.
Somebody needs to tell him Thatcher kick. He needs to hear it.
I think his teammates are telling him that they do spot where he is. They get the headshot. Alpha just absolutely holding that angle there and gets the last frag.
I mean, that was a very strong play coming through from Token. He did take out 2 by himself before planting and getting taken out. So I mean, he already got the bomb planted, which is already good on their side.
We're seeing, you know, that they're starting to find their rhythm a bit more. Obviously, it is a bit tricky right now. But yeah, so the economy is alright. They pick up 5 AKs. The round has started. In fact, one of the players timed out. It looks like Frozen has dropped from the server. So giving Zeta Red Wolves a bit of an advantage here.
I mean, it's already a 4v5. So I mean, Frozen is a very strong AWPer.
Yeah.
Knowing that he is not there for them to worry about could potentially mean that this could be a round for the Red Wolves.
They bring down Alpha there. They know where the Horizon is, and they bring him down as well, making it a 2v4. In fact, that was all the players on A site.
I mean, they're versing 1 AWP and 1 M4. With Griffey holding a strong angle there,
and he gets
taking out 1. This is definitely 1 to the Red Wolves.
Yeah, we'll see what Lux can do. They know where he is. They're obviously trying to wallbang him there. He takes a bunch of damage. He is pushing up, but it looks like Token is going to try and push up close to him. Oh, and they get the headshot and a good round from ZA Red Wolves. Maybe this is the start of their momentum. Obviously, one of the things I think you mentioned in a previous cast was, you know, those counter-terrorist guns are expensive. You know, you can't.
No, definitely.
You have to be very careful with your economy on those buys on the counter-terrorists.
I mean, I did promise a hell if
You
the
did,
Zeta
you
Red
did.
Wolves
I almost
get 1.
forgot.
So I'm gonna give it, and then they better pull up them socks and they need to push. If they can't win this, I'll understand, but they need to come close. Okay, so here we go. Ow! Okay, there's the motivation. They can do it.
It did cut out at the end, at least for me. But I think that is potentially what they needed. I think Mr. Pig and the team can definitely appreciate that. But yeah, that was a good round, Zanny. I think, you know, finding their rhythm a bit more there, they obviously had a bit of an advantage, but it seemed like they didn't need it. They were taking that side very confidently.
Yeah, no, definitely. Having only 4 2-verse, knowing that their main AWPer is kicked right now and would be coming back, they definitely did take advantage to their situation, and they did take the round for themselves.
Yeah. And just for everyone that's watching, guys, he has disconnected from the server. He is busy trying to get back onto the server. Just a bit of a connectivity issue there.
I mean, we do see Sneaky Elf and Token juggling their AKs, having a real lot of fun here.
Oh man, it's good to see that they're enjoying this game. Obviously, it is actually an important match. You know, these teams vying for their spots in the knockouts. So yeah, very interesting.
This is a scary thought, knowing that we're so close to the knockouts. Every match counts now. There's no ifs or buts.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, so it looks like he is. Yeah, he's on the way. His internet did die. You know, obviously this is you know, something that does happen. But yeah, so everyone that's watching, guys, the teams do have allocated pause time. That is why we are waiting for that. We don't want teams to play 4v5. That is a bit of a challenge. But do you think, Zanny, do you think they can keep up the economy if they lose this round from the side of Visimus?
I honestly think so. If you look at their economy right now, Lux and Alpha and Visions have at least enough money to buy for the next 2 rounds, and they can spot for Horizon in as well.
Yeah, because he seems to be a bit low. Sitting on 1,600 cash.
Yeah, no, you can definitely see he's been buying orbs, but
He has, and I think Frozen would be also lacking a bit of cash as well. Obviously, we can't see it because he is disconnected right now, but he has been buying orbs, if I'm not mistaken, Frozen.
yeah, Frozen have been buying orbs, but he should have a good amount of cash pool, because if you do disconnect, I think you do still get money for that round. But then again, he doesn't have a bot playing for him, so I'm not sure about that. Unfortunately, there is a 15-minute rule for the match pause, so hopefully he does reconnect before then. Otherwise, it will be another 4v5 situation, and I don't think that could be fun for Visimus.
Yeah, unfortunately, that won't be fun. As we saw last round, it was a bit of a challenge for them. So I think they definitely need to try and bring him back if they can. This round has started, guys, so they cannot bring in any subs. So they have to try and get him back if they can.
Maybe ask him if he's tried switching his South African internet on and off.
Have you tried turning it on and off? Zanny, you could go into IT support.
Yeah, no, definitely. Just hold for a second. Pause this for a minute. Have you tried switching it on and off?
Okay. Have you watched a show called IT Crowd?
No, I have not.
Okay, it's a very good British show, and it's about an IT group within a company, and he has like a voice recording of "Have you tried turning it on and off?" And every time someone phones, he just plays the recording.
Oh no.
Oh man.
I mean, that's for most things that we get. Like every time you phone support for something technical, it's like always, have you tried switching it on and off?
The funny thing is, it's amazing how many times that works, though. I don't know about you, but certainly for me, it works more than not often. Like, it happens very often.
I tend to do that before I phone support. So when they tell me that when I phone support, I get pretty tilted, not gonna lie.
Alrighty, guys, it looks like that timer has run out, so they're going to have to play this 4v5. So we'll see what happens here. They're trying to push into side.
Ooh.
Visions just getting that opening frag and bringing it to 4v4 right now. Let's see what they can do. It looks like they're going to get the bomb plant. They do spot that Visions is somewhere there. They get him through the smoke. Very well done from Sneaky Elf there. And in fact, yeah, bringing it back to 3v4. Oh, in fact, Horizon's getting another 2. That, I mean, oh man, Mr. Pick going down as well. So, yeah, very interesting round so far. In fact, it looks like it's going to be a bit difficult for Token to try and push out here. Are they going to go for the defuse? It looks like Lux is going for it. He is going to push through. They don't spot him. And Alpha gets that frag onto Token. Very well done there from Visimus to bring that off.
That was a very strong play from Visimus, knowing that they only had 4 players.
Yeah.
I do think that their sub for the AWP, for the main AWPing, is really good. I think it's Visions that we saw AWPing that round, and he did amazing. He AWPed like pretty much like Frozen. So I mean,
yeah, 100%. It looks like they are going for a double AWP here, and same with ZA Red Wolves Shadow Pack, so we'll see what they can do here. In fact, Mr. Pig going for his trusty Sonic Shotgun. They spot Alpha, bring him down. That is an AWP on the ground.
Ooh!
Lux just playing so well there, getting Sneaky Elf. And yeah, we'll see what ZA Red Wolves do here if they want to continue this push.
I mean, they did have a moment there where they just looked at each other. So, I mean, yeah, can definitely see some tension.
They're pushing long, and Lux grips the flash off. Actually tags up Token as well as taking down Griffey. but Token
Ooh.
will return the favor and bring him down.
Mr. Pig only left with a shotgun, but picking up an AWP. It's the trusty pug AWP, so I'm sure he's got this.
Yeah, we'll see what he can do here. Obviously, the nade coming through. They spot the guard. Optimus, but Horizon brings him down. Oh, it's all up to Token here, who doesn't have much HP to play around with here. Righty, looks like he's going to get that bomb plant. Yeah, the rotation's coming through very quick now. They should be onto site as soon as possible. Obviously, you know, if Token can pull this round off, that will be huge for ZA Red Wolves. He is holding a very tight angle here. Oh, he actually gets the off shot. Oh, if he brought down Visions there, it would have been an entirely different round, but very well done for them to pick up that round from Visimus.
I mean, that was... Yeah, I'm just not gonna say anything. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy. Unfortunately,
Visions, yeah, he went flying and then he stopped flying and he was like, "No, I'm gonna shoot you."
Yeah. Oh
first,
man.
And it was just like backing up.
For those that are in chat, guys, there was a disconnect on the one side, so they're gonna have to continue 4v5. They did mention that he will be back shortly. Unfortunately, we do not know where he is or when he will be back. Alrighty, we're seeing a bit of a... we see that he's reconnected.
Oh.
Frozen is back in the game.
With a full stack of cash.
Wow, so he did actually get all that cash on. In fact, they bring down Sneaky Elf and Mr. Pig. And make that Token as well. It seems like they're having a bit of a difficulty here. Obviously, there's a solid buy coming. Or just they have all the guns right now on the side of Visimus. Oh, Griffey just misses a couple frags there. Oh man, and another round going to Visimus. Unfortunately, Zeta Red Wolves having a difficult time this game. Visimus are looking very strong right now, Zami.
I mean, I'm pretty terrified. Glad this is not our bracket.
Maybe we'll organize a practice match for trolls with one of these teams.
I have nothing to say because as captain of trolls, I'm being overthrown and we have to play train sometimes.
It's a bit of a mutiny.
So I mean, I can't say anything because I'm being overthrown. So if you guys are ready, just know I'm AFK.
Oh man, I think we'll get Visimus to play you guys on train. I think I'm not sure how Crispy will feel about playing Visimus though.
Not my problem because I feel that way about playing train. So I mean.
Alrighty, it looks like Mr. Pig and Red Denser did pick off those. Oh man, Frozen taking down Token there, just showing that he's back on the server and ready to go. Alrighty, looks like they are pushing through that smoke. They might be able to pick them up here with these shotguns. The flashes are coming out. They spot him in there. Oh, he gets him. Oh, but Red Denser just caught in the open there.
This is way too tense.
Yeah, it's a very tense game. Obviously, a very important match. And I think Zeta Red Wolves are not out of this. It's just not looking good, I would say. Alrighty, Sneaky Elf. Is he going to spot him? He does peek. It does spot him. Gets the orb. Scout shot in the head. Wow. Leveling the playing field there. In fact, a nice shot comes out from Visions. He respects that. That was a beautiful shot coming from Sneaky Elf.
And Frozen just holding them tight angles. I mean, it is a 3v3 situation because I mean, you can't just rush it now no more.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it is a bit of a difficult scenario here, pushing into Frozen on a site. We'll see. Oh, he's going to spot the guy pushing lowers and gets the frag onto Alpha. Oh, they're on site. They get a couple trades. Almost bringing down Lux, but it looks like Frozen will get Griffey there. And in fact, Mr. Pig as well. He gets a headshot. He's looking very good with this 5-7. And in fact, the timer runs out as Sneaky Elf dies. So a bit of a challenge there. That round took a bit long for the Zeta Red Wolves.
That really must have taken a dent out of the Red Wolves. Economy, leaving Sneaky Elf with only $550 to work with.
Yeah.
Not a good time, but I mean, it is what it is.
It looks like he did get an AK out of that. Unfortunately, he doesn't have armor though, but still not a terrible buy. But they need to pull off a couple rounds here if they want to hold back the Visimus here. Oh, they're pushing through the smoke. Need to check party. It looks like he does spot him. And Horizon just picking up two there as they rush around that corner. Oh, and in fact, the rotations from Alpha, he's so aggressive into these rotations around here. And in fact, he will spot out one of them, but will go down visions, but they get the trade onto Sneaky. On Red Denzer in a spotter body here. Another round, unfortunately, going to the side of Visimus there. I must say they've looked very good on overpass. I think they're executing very well, holding their angles, and Red Wolves just can't penetrate the defense here.
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, this is not Visimus's map selection.
I'll have to double check that. I think you're right.
And we see a strong B push coming in from the Red Wolves. Oh, and they take one down.
We see a noob cannon or an auto cannon, as it's known, coming up with the pig. So we'll see what they can do. But Visions gets 2, gets 3, and in fact picks up a 4th. He could get an ace here. Visions just must be looking for the last guy, but it looks like Frozen will not let him get it and brings down Token. Man, that was a... Oh, they got caught out there pushing onto B, and unfortunately could not bring that back.
This is a tough match.
Yeah.
This is definitely a tough match. I feel like a restrat could be really beneficial right now for the Red Wolves.
Yeah, unfortunately, unfortunately, what they've been doing is not working. They're dealing with these aggressive plays, and in fact, they deal with Mr. Pig there as well. And I think they heard them running into long there. In fact, they're peeking lowers, but it looks like Flux is just there to pick up Griffey and Token. So a bit tough now. In fact, Frozen's wrapped around there, picks up Sneaky Elf as well, spots the last guy, misses the AWP shot, but oh, he misses 2 AWP shots there, but does not miss the 3rd one, and that is the last round for the half. 14-1 to Visimus. So Zanny, yeah, just back to your point, it was a map pick by the Zeta Red Wolves, but yeah, bit of a tough night for them so far.
I mean, if you take it in that sense, I do not want to know what Visimus is capable of on Nuke.
It's a bit scary to think that. Obviously, this is the elite bracket, so most of the teams do, I think, know most of these maps.
Yeah, this is really scary. But I mean, they did switch now. Like you said, this is a very CT-sided map. So this could be the turnaround point for the Zeta Red Wolves.
Yeah, in fact, we're seeing that coming through. They're getting the bomb down from Visimus, but unfortunately, they're getting Sneaky off with the double headshot there. Can he get the 3rd? It looks like he is going to try for that. Oh, they do know where he is. The 2nd guy comes through, but Lux gets Mr. Pig, but Sneaky Elf does get the 3rd pick off. Can he make that a 4K? He could potentially ace this round. He is pushing through. Is he going to spot Lux? I think Lux... Oh, but the guy from behind him, Horizon, picks up Sneaky Elf. And unfortunately, they lose that, making it match point to Visimus.
I mean, it's definitely looking rough right now, but I mean, nothing is impossible. The Red Wolves only have 1 round to play around with, but I mean, they could still make a few rounds to their advantage. At least... I mean, they're doing a hard B rush right now.
Yeah, it looks like they stacked A or lowers, so it looks like the B side will be open for them, but they are playing for, I think, they're going into lowers right now. Alrighty, bit of a difficult. They're going to have to go for the retake. Oh, Lux just picking up 2 and in fact, oh, they're going to pick up a 3rd there onto Sneaky Elf. We do see Token running around with the Zeus. I'm not sure if he's going to... I mean, he might be able to pick off someone with the Zeus, but it's going to be a difficult one. Let's see, Token, I'm on your side, mate. Let's get the Zeus kill. Come on. Oh, someone walks around. Oh, he doesn't get it, but almost did. Oh, and that is the round, ladies and gentlemen. Sure. Well done to both the teams. Visimus pick up that win for the group stages. Very dominant performance from them.
I mean, that was a really good game to watch. I mean, both teams were playing very strong. They both did very well, and that was just a little bit unfortunate. But I mean, it was great.
Yeah, it was a tough day, I'd say, for the Zeta Red Wolves, but we all know the Zeta Red Wolves, they're always having fun when they're playing Counter-Strike, and I think that you could see that they're still, obviously it was a tough defeat for them, but they still enjoyed the game and had a lot of fun there. And I think shout out to Visimus for putting in a strong performance as well.
Yeah, no, definitely. I do see Red Denzer is in the waiting room. I don't know if he might want to be pulled up.
Awesome stuff. Let's catch him unawares like I did with you, Zani.
Oh, no.
Oh, man. Alrighty, guys. So we're going to chat to Zeta Red Wolves. Red Denzer, how are you doing?
Hey, how's it, guys? Lucky you guys, eh?
Good, good. Yeah, a bit of a tough match for you guys tonight.
Oh, you know what? We actually went out to have some fun. We can't progress anymore. So the guys decided, listen, let's have some fun. Let's play the game normal style. And,
Right.
at the end of the day, let's just have fun.
Alright, I see Visions is coming in. Alright, let's bring him in. I see Horizons is there as well.
Hey.
Yeah, no, don't bring in Horizon.
Okay,
Don't bring in.
awesome stuff. I will bring him in.
Don't bring him in.
But
How's
yeah,
your vision?
Red Denzer, yeah, it was a bit of a tough match, and I think well done Visions to your team, you and your team. It was a
Thank you.
solid game coming from you guys.
Yeah, I mean, we put in the hours. Let's just say we just got a brand new pickup, being Frozen.
Mm.
Really
Good
talented
pick.
player.
Yeah.
He's still 16. He's got a long time ahead of him.
Mm.
Very strong player, ex-Nibble player. So we've had a few practices together, nothing much because of power issues this week and all that. But, yeah,
If I
strong
can say
performance.
something, sorry, if I can say something.
Go for
Yep.
it.
Sorry, he's 16, but it's hard to admit for players. I'm pretty sure Vision comes from 1.6 as well.
No, I don't.
You don't? Oh, okay.
No, I don't.
Sorry. So some of us in Zeta Red Bulls come from 1.6, and the older you get, the more your vision and your gameplay goes off.
Yeah.
You have to bank on your younger players, eh? And
Yeah, no, we do.
those are the guys that's going to carry your clan forward. It's hard to say it myself as well, but those are the guys that's going to carry your team forward. Those are the guys for the next generation.
Oh, we see.
Yeah.
Sorry, Red Denzer. We do see Frozen in chat does say he played 1.6 when he was younger.
Yeah, he played
must have-
1.6.
Must have been very young then. He
Yes,
was 7 or 8. Wow. Okay.
Well done to him. 1.6 was the days. I played Counter-Strike since 1.6 through to Source, through to CSGO. All I can say is 1.6 were the days. That was Counter-Strike. That was Counter-Strike the way I learned to play it.
Yeah. No, I think, looking back, funny enough, I played 1.6 as well, and looking back at it, it looks very. It just doesn't feel the same anymore to me. Look at the graphics and some of the gameplay, and it's.
It's horrendous.
Yeah.
I mean, you shoot a window, and it's like this piece of glass falling.
And the grenades. I don't know if you remember how big they were. It was like.
Yes, dude, it was huge.
Okay, I think I need to just step out. I feel like a little baby right now. I
That's
have
right.
no idea what you guys are talking about.
Me either, don't worry.
I think
Me
with
either.
that, so let's
It's-
just jump back to the match. Red Denzer, you mentioned you guys went out and had a bunch of fun. We could see that. We saw that I think it was Token at the end there try to go for a Zeus kill. How was the Discord at the end there? Were you guys shouting and rooting him on?
Well, firstly, we don't use Discord. We use TeamSpeak. We've got our own Red Wolves TeamSpeak. But look, guys, at the end of the day, when you're sitting at this point of the competition and you can't go progress anymore, you can do one or two things. You can go out, you can have a very good game, you can do your full thing, or you bring your clan together and you can have fun and just relax down after the competition. So we had fun and we just went out for it. I know some of the guys went for, going for gold. And it's good. The guys who want to go for gold, I give it to them. And Token and Sneaky, they went for it. And they really played the game and they really played well. That's why they were the top two. The guys are really putting in hours. But we went out to just have fun, just relax after this competition. I know we haven't done very well in this competition. We've tried hard. It's the first time I was playing in the elite bracket. We've still got a lot to learn. We've got a coach, Mr. Pig. You guys have met Mr. Pig already.
Yeah.
And, there's so much we still have to learn. That's why mid-game, I don't know if you guys saw in the chat, I told Vision and them, let's have a scrim sometime.
Yeah.
We weren't on our base tonight, so we want to have a scrim, and I think it's important for teams like us. We're starting up. This is our second competition. It's a first time for Bloodlust Pack as well in their competition, our second competition, but the first time we're playing an elite bracket.
Yeah.
So we went out, we had fun, and really, really enjoyed it. You guys are a very good team, and your coordination with your team is very well. The way you guys place each other, your rotations, your aim, everything, crosshair placement's beautiful, and I admire that. It's very good to still see players, really going for it, and you have teams joining. Sorry, I know I'm ranting on. I usually do that. You get people that join a competition just to go out and muck about, but then you get people like a team of you guys and our teams. Going for something, we want to be better. We want to get there. We want to go DGL big time.
Want to improve.
Yeah,
you want to improve.
I mean, we set out for blood right now. We've got our coach that's playing in Exastrus, that's playing in the other group, and we still got OG. So those are the two teams we really want to go to and bring it on to them. So
yeah, no, that's good. Like, look, I admire your team. You got a very good team. But I'm looking forward to the scrims moving into the future. I think it'll be a different outcome as soon as my team just gets our stuff together. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it.
That's good. Yeah, we're always up for scrims or anything. The plan for the org is just to help the community, get the competition a bit closer, try to close the gap on 80k, and all of that, which is a very big gap at the moment. But
same thing here. We as the Zeta Red Wolves as well. We're trying to grow the CS:GO community in South Africa. We're not a big stage in the world, but we want to get there. And every clan that helps get there, that's the point you want to get to.
No, that's very good to hear from you guys. Obviously, it's you're not going to get there alone. And as you mentioned, the organizations have to actually work together, to raise the level in South Africa. And I think that's where the Legends League tournaments come in. It's not the be all end all, but it's a good breeding ground for these teams to develop and grow.
I agree, 100% agree.
Yeah, so I think just to jump back quickly to the game, Visions, you guys didn't get the map choice you were looking for, and you guys looked very good on Overpass. Were you guys worried, or was it just a comfort map for you anyway?
I think it's not on the worry side. We prepared on most maps. We've got a set game plan that we have from previous like organizations or scrims or pugs. So we just rely on that and just trust the process that things are going to come together, and that's what we did today. We stuck to the process. Things came our way, luckily. We just keep working and moving forward towards that. I mean, Nuke would have been a good thing because we've been practicing it for quite a while, putting in the hours and work into it. So
that's awesome to hear. And I think with that, Zanny, do you have any questions for Red Denza or Visions?
I don't have questions, but I do want to say both teams have really good sportsmanship. And I can really commend that. Sorry, my bad.
We can accommodate it as well.
That it's really good sportsmanship, and it's really nice to see, especially because we've seen a lot of teams that are very tilt because they lost and stuff. And seeing this is really nice. Having teams support each other and willing to help each other up is really good to see. And yeah. I mean, I commend that.
Awesome.
Great stuff.
Thank you guys. Well played, guys. Well played.
Awesome stuff. Thank you guys for chatting
You
with
too.
us. I think we are going to be closing out the stream shortly. So with that, thank you guys for playing in the tournament, and obviously best of luck. I think Visions, your team will probably be making knockouts if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, just one more game.
Yeah. So best of luck, and thank you, Red Denser, and your team. It's been
Awesome.
amazing casting you guys, and you guys, as Zanny mentioned, are amazing sports.
Awesome, guys. Listen, I just want to ask one thing before I leave. I just want to give a shout out to Bloodlust Pack. The guys are training hard and they're really going to give it. And Zany, good luck with that. Zany's, as far as I've seen this competition, Zany's been a big fan of the Wolves as well. She's also supporting us. So I want to ask Supertramp and Zany to just do one thing for me. I want you guys to give a howl with me.
All right, I'm down.
All right.
I don't know
All
if I want to, because they're gonna give
give a howl.
you,
Come
man.
on. You just spoke about sportsmanship. Come on, let's go for it.
Okay.
All right, I'll count it down and we do a howl
Alright.
together. How's that?
Okay.
Sounds
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, there we go.
Awesome, guys.
Okay,
Thanks
cheers,
a lot,
cheers, guys.
guys.
Well played.
Thanks, Vision.
Cheers,
Thanks,
guys.
Red
Thank you so
Denser.
much.
Alrighty, guys.
And thanks for all your work, guys. I really appreciate
Thank
it.
Great stuff.
Cheers.
All right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is the final match for this evening. Well done to Visimus for bringing it back, and thank you to ZA Red Wolves for bringing in such great sportsmanship into the community. So I think with that, we are going to love and leave you guys. But before we do, thank you, Zanny, for casting that match with me. It was awesome. And I think, it's unfortunately we're not going to see ZA Red Wolves Shadow Pack. But Bloodlust Pack, if I'm not mistaken, is still, they're still in contention and fighting for those spots.
Speak for yourself. They still need to send me the details for the merch. So, I mean, I will get in touch again.
Oh, man. Awesome stuff. But before we go, guys, just a shout out to Rebel Gaming. They have a bunch of Black Friday deals going up on their site. So check them out at rebelgaming.co.za or check them out on Facebook at Rebel Gaming. So I think with that, the last shout out is to Frostbite for letting us use their servers. As you can see, they're very solid servers, 128 ticks, so check them out as well. And I think with that, thanks, Zanny, and I think we'll close the stream out.
Bye.
Cheers, everyone.
You know the West Coast, West Coast, West Coast. You know the West Coast, switchy.
You know the West Coast, West Coast, West Coast. You know the West Coast, West Coast is back. You know the West Coast.